Alright, hey YouTube, Doomers RLC here, back with another video. This is going to be basically a part one of two. Just opening up a bunch of RLC cars and one Elite 64. So we will just go ahead and get right into it. I had a few here that were loose already, so just kind of this is an interesting pair. So this one is from, I believe it was Series 5, at least in 2006. Unfortunately, I got it loose. Unfortunately, I had some little bit of damage in the top of the paint there. You can see that it is Spectrafame Aqua, white painted over it. You can see the inside here. So complete with Goodyear, or yeah, BF Goodrich lettered tires. But the interesting one that I also got loose from the same guy, I got that one, is this one that appears to be a flipped color. It was painted white, and then it's as if like it was painted white and then the aqua painted over the white. Although, plus the mirrored Hot Wheel logo there is kind of strange. And knowing who I got this from, I know where he lives and all that. He actually gets a lot of collections from former employees, or at least small bits and pieces from former employees. The suspicion is that this might have actually been some sort of pre-production piece. Unknown though, with no real information behind it, because these aren't decals. You can see it's definitely paint on there. So, and it's not the what do you call it? The designer CD-ROM, the one that came with the designer CD-ROM, which was all white and all that, because it's still China. It's got the polished base with the real riders on all that, black interior and such. So it's not that one. So I don't know. It's an anomaly. It's a weird one. Love to find out exactly what the background on this one is, but that'll be for another day. So next up, we got actually what is a membership. This is the VW drag truck, when it was the membership car in I think 2008. I think it was 2008. So, and this would have been the first color offered. And oh, that's got a little messed up paint on the front there too. I did not notice that. I actually didn't spend that much on getting this one, so that damage kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, neat piece to show on. What the hell is that? Interesting. What the hell? No freaking way. I really gotta look into this one now. Is this a freaking pre-production? Find out whose rating that is. That is interesting. So end of December 2006. Maybe it was the 07 membership. No, it wouldn't have been. Not that early. Not that late. Ooh, I gotta look into that. That is interesting. Okay, so I will definitely have to look into that. Figure out what the hell that is. Who wrote that sticker? Alright, anyway. Moving on. We got this one here is the 49 Mercury. This was from, actually the same set as this one. Larry Woods. 35 years of design world tour in 2004. It was a 4-car set. It was this one, the classic Packard, a red Olds 442, as well, and a purple VW Bug. They were part of that set. I think only, and the Bug, I think it was the Bug, was available outside of the 4-car set as well. So that one has more production, but I believe the other 3, I think they only made 2,500 of the set. So here is the World Tour Mercury. And then as well, in case you're wondering, no, I did not get these two from, this is actually all 3 of these came from the same person. So that is so interesting on that truck. I'll have to dig into that. Alright, anyway, so here is the World Tour Classic Packard. This looks so awesome in the Spectra Flame Orange with the white wall Neo Classics. So Larry owns I think I mentioned it on the Garage Series showcase video, but Larry owns an old 1930s Nash that is orange with a tan roof like this. So they did up this classic Packard as well as the one in the Garage Series, kind of to look like his Nash. Definitely a cool old car. All right, next up, this is from 2012. This is the rewards car, the 52 Hudson Hornet. Get this one open. I actually did not get this from rewards. I got this through another collector. Ended up sending it to me, and I wanted to get this thing open because, as you can see, the paint is, I don't remember if I got it with the paint like that or not. It actually looks like there's stuff in the paint and it got oversprayed on it. The other side looks perfectly fine. This one, it sucks. I'm probably gonna look at getting another one at some point here. But yeah. So this was from, yeah, like I said, it was from 2012. And this is when they were starting to have a lot of issues with delays and such coming out of the China plant where they were making the RLC cars. And this was one of the last done under the original high polished chrome process before they went to the mirrorized look process for 2013 through 2015. And that was, again, before going back to China for the production. So, unfortunately, this is not as clean as most of these cars would be. So yeah, that almost looks like it got clear coated over. It's in the paint. So, that does suck, but this side looks clean. This side's pretty clean. I got fingerprints all over it, but yeah. Although on the door, actually there's some pitting there too. So I'll have to look into that. I wonder if that's a common issue with this Hudson or not. But the color looks awesome. Alright, so a bit of a bummer. Alright, so let's move up to modern times. From 2023 release delayed into 2024 with 71 AMC Javelin AMX Street Machine. So definitely looking forward to this one. Super happy to get probably one of the few newer Redline Club cars I'm actually going to get two. I got two of. One of the few I'm probably going to stick with getting two. Or one of the only ones, one of the only modern ones I was going to get two of, I should say. And I know it wasn't necessarily the biggest hit with people, but I love this thing. It is ridiculous. And it is awesome. I know some people were kind of comparing it to the Johnny Lightning Zingers, but those are an exaggeration of this style of car. Actually, because we've seen real ones built up like this. And this thing is just awesome. Love it. And remember when they revealed it was going to be brown, I wasn't too thrilled. Because I'm not a fan of brown on vehicles. But throwing it in with the 70 Street Machine paint, it turned out really cool. And actually the interior's got a few different pieces. So the dash is a separate piece, steering wheel is a separate piece from the rest of the interior. So, my dog is going nuts. That is an awesome one. Alright, next up, we got 2018 Selection Series Custom 72 Datsun 240Z. And this was actually the first release of this tooling. So, when we were going through the voting process in 2018, we had 240Z, whatever else was on the freaking list, I don't remember what. Or 2018, I should say. Can't remember what else was on that list of what we were voting for. But the 240Z was on that list, and the 240Z won. The initial plan was that was supposed to be from the 2006 design of the casting. So the Jun I May, I think it was Jun I May designed that one. It was either him or Phil Reelman. I'm pretty sure it was Jun. And they were going to use that one. It had been used in Redline Club before in 2012. In throwback to the Speed Machines release of the original Z-Wiz casting. And then it was used again done in red and black after they went back to the China plant. And then 240Z won. And then another vote came up, because the use of this tooling became available during the expected production window. Or I assume, basically, that time frame. It was the tooling for this became available, because this was originally developed, I believe, to be a display set, kind of like the RWB Porsche, with the guy who plays Han. What the hell's his name? I want to say Sun Kang, but I don't think that's his name. But anyway, because he's the one, like the Fuguzi. You know what the history of the Fuguzi car is? That's what this is with the Gretty and all that. So there's supposed to be a display set with using this tooling with him on it, and I don't know what happened with all that. I guess something happened with license. The whole deal fell through. But they still had the tooling. They wanted to get use out of it. They were gonna. So, Jimmy got the team to agree to doing another vote. Do that 240Z versus this 240Z. That original 240Z versus this one. And obviously this one blew that one out of the water. So as a selection, this is probably the only time that selections release ended up being the first release of a casting. So, and we'll go over this because there's some cool things that went on with this version. So you see the 4.4 there. So this was all during when Steve Vandervate, the guy who does or at least did most of the Deco 4 Redline Club. He would kind of show us concepts during the process of finalizing the design for the selections cars. And we kind of came down to, all right, there's this one, there's the version 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then version 4, he kind of did like some minor differences and kind of had the people who would be like the collectors who would be involved on the forums essentially vote on, hey, all right, do you like version 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, or 4.4? And I can't remember all the differences between what was what. I think it was carbon fiber with the carbon fiber hood. My freaking camera's not wanting to focus here because piece of shit. So I'd have to go see if I can find all those old posts. But yeah, the minor differences that were in 4.4 what won out. And that's the version we got. Definitely a cool release. I have my camera. There we go. So there is the Selections 240Z. Alright, next up, what do we want to look at? Let's go back to a much older one. We got from Series 4 of 2005, from the Real Rider set, the Purple Passion in red. And this is the opening hood tooling of this casting. Knocking crap over here. Actually, I gotta go through those cards again. So I want to rip those back blisters out. Anyway, yeah. So here's this one in Spectre Flame Red with an opening hood. I've shown that before with a couple other releases of this casting. Larry Wood's first casting design to be specifically for collectors. I love that they converted it to an opening hood casting. Definitely a sharp looking release. Love this car. There's that. Alright, next up we'll go to... Yeah, we'll open up the other Porsche. Actually, no, let's do the Mustang first, then we'll go to that one. Anyway, so for 2024, for the Spring Nationals, we got as the pink car, we got the 93 Mustang Cobra R. We got a nice Ford licensing sticker there. Yeah. Alright, go ahead and open this one up. This was the third release of the casting for the Redline Club. First was red as a made to order. Next was the black membership car last year. And then we got this pink one. Such a cool car. Such a well done casting. Get that hood open there. Look at that, and look at that detail under there. So, yep. And yes, the taillights and headlights on mine ended up being straight. I know that's been kind of an issue with this casting in general. Sometimes the taillights, the decal they use for that doesn't always get on there perfectly level and straight. So that is the annoyance for many people, I know that, but at least this one turned out pretty good. That is the pink one. And next up, we'll go to Elite 64 Porsche 928 Safari. This one was the first Elite 64, and so far the only one based on all the things I've seen, that I had to pick up on the first day of sale. Because I was very excited to get this one. I love the Porsche 928, and doing it up as the Safari Rally version, I love that. I know a lot of people were kind of going nuts over the not having any of that information there is kind of weird, but yeah. So not the first Elite 64 I have, but the first one I bought on sale day. I kind of wish I waited on that Barracuda. It was for sale 2 days prior. I paid separate, but whatever. It is what it is. And there is our Safari Porsche. And I love this thing. Take a car, turn it into a rally vehicle, I'm going to be a fan of it. And when they announced that they were doing one in the main line, I was originally excited, and then I saw the execution, and I was very disappointed, and I had never even bought one. I saw it it came across in the store several times, had it in my hand, and I'm just like, I can't buy this. I can't support the way they did this for the main line. The way they did a roof rack on it with the tire in it and all, and it was all cast into the body, and it looks bad to me. It just looks bad. But this one, I love this thing. And honestly, this is probably, I know it's only, as of recording, early May. This is easily going to make my top 10 of 2024 list. I love this thing. This thing is so awesome. God, I love this car. They did such a good job on this. And I know with Elite 64, a lot of people feel they're overpriced. And in a way, I do agree. They are definitely a bit overpriced, especially when you compare to stuff like Mini GT and all that, which I think is what these are meant to kind of compete with in a way. Because anyway, when I mentioned before, I think when they first announced the Elite 64 line, in my mind, it was kind of like it was a continuation or a reimagining of the collectibles in 100% line. I was there with like the super detail. There's one back here somewhere, I think. Hang on. Oh yeah, go with this right here. So like, it's dusty, but these super detailed, multi-piece castings. This is from the 100% line back mid-20s. There's another one right here. This Porsche. Ignore the paint damage, but yeah, pretty well detailed. Separate pieces. Usually like wheels that are only exclusive for the cars. Sometimes anyway. But yeah. So just a quick example. I'm sure if I've done videos on the series before too. I've opened a bunch on camera. So but anyway, yeah, I felt this like Elite 64 was basically a continuation of that line, or like it's basically a resurrection of it. And this thing does not disappoint. I love this car. Absolutely love this thing. I don't love my camera because it doesn't want to focus. But there we go. Alright, so there's the 928. And lastly, we will go ahead and look at the mint green 964 Magnus Walker car. So this casting debuted for a Redline Club as a Magnus Walker release in a display set. And then they also did one as a single carded release in a slightly different color. Shit. So, knocking crap over here. All right. So anyway, yeah. So I was not able. I never got the one with the figurine, and I think I can't remember what happened, but I didn't get the one that was the single release for whatever reason. I really don't even remember why I didn't buy it. Always kind of wish I had, but then, yeah. But eventually they revealed that this one was coming out, and definitely had to have this one. I love this color on here. Second. Yeah. I'm getting smudges and fingerprints all over these things, but look at the seats. Look at those seats. That's freaking cool. Can't see it, maybe. There we go. Awesome looking car. And yes, these wheels actually I'm not gonna do it here, but these are actually a two-piece wheel, and you can kind of snap in and out the tire portion to the hub. Kind of give the illusion that the rear ones are wider than the front. Definitely a pretty cool thing, but I'm not gonna mess with that on camera here. But this is definitely a good looking car. Love the color on this Porsche. Alright, everybody, that will do it for this video. Tune in to the next one to see part 2 of these Redline Club cars, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.